Isaac Bruton was playing in his orchard and he noticed something irregular. An apple fell straight from the tree. How can that be, Isaac Bruton? Why did the apple fall from the tree? So the question we've all been asking ourselves, why did this apple fall from the tree? This apple fell from the tree because of Isaac Newton's first law, the law of inertia. Isaac Bruton, what is inertia? Unfortunately, Mr. Bruton can't tell us a lot about the law of inertia, or even inertia itself. Inertia is the resistance an object has in relation to its state of motion. Newton's first law, or the law of inertia, states that an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted on by an external force. In that same regard, an object in motion will remain in motion unless acted on by an external force. An external force can alter the direction or alter the speed of an object. Some examples of external forces are friction, gravity, or human contact by stopping or pushing something. In the garden, Isaac Bruton experienced an external force acting on this apple. So this apple was originally on the tree. And because of gravity, which is negative 9.8 meters per second squared, acting on this apple, the apple fell. So originally the apple was at rest. And because of the gravity acting on this apple, it was in motion because the gravity made the forces unbalanced. So Isaac Bruton is not Isaac Newton, but Isaac Newton experienced a similar thing in his garden and was able to determine that gravity is the force that keeps humans on this earth and that which causes fruit to fall from trees. Isaac Bruton, what is the difference between balanced and unbalanced forces? An object is said to be in equilibrium, which is either at rest or traveling at a constant velocity, if the forces on each side are equal and opposite. So for instance, when this apple was sitting on the tree, its force of gravity was equal to the force of tension hanging the apple stem from the tree. But for instance, when the apple grew to a bigger size, its force of gravity, which is the mass times the gravity constant, which is negative 9.8 meters per second squared, was greater than the force of tension connecting the stem to the tree. Therefore, the apple fell. And the apple falling is an example of an unbalanced force. In order to fully see an equilibrium state, or if the objects have unbalanced force, the best thing to do is draw a free body diagram and make sure to label the normal force or the force of tension. So for instance, the little stem, it broke off because of the force of gravity was greater than the force of tension. Or if the object is traveling horizontal or vertical, to measure the acceleration in order to calculate the free body diagram. Yep, that's right, Isaac Bruton. That is why the apple fell from the tree. While driving a car will continue in motion unless an external force is applied. In this instant, an external force could be the brakes. Seatbelts restricts the passenger's motion. As the car travels in motion and then abruptly stops, the passengers will want to stay in the same motion as the car, travel at the same velocity as the car in motion. The seatbelts will halt the passenger's motion, stopping their velocity as the car comes to a stop. A special thanks to my dog Bruno for playing Isaac Bruton. Thank you, Isaac.